So somebody has already graciously put every single card picture up here for all of these stage 2 Pokemon, which is very good for me. They're not organized in any way besides like when they came out. We even have the new ones up here as well. Now these, I don't even know what their abilities are. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I can figure it out as we go through. As a matter of fact, I still have this open. So what I'll do is I just go over here to this, and somebody have to tell me what the lion and what you call it does. But interesting enough, rare candy's coming out soon, right? It'll be here in like what, 3 days? And I want to do a quick tier list of basically what's going to be good and what's going to be bad. Now I have an idea that a lot of things, like for instance, Beedrill, both Beedrills regular and the other Beedrill will be good. Stuff that has like 1 energy or 2 energy is probably going to be the best, because by the time, if you get the perfect combo and you get those up going, like on the turn that you go first and you get them gone and good to go, it only take like 2 turns. You should probably have energy enough to do that. Now the one energies are going to be extremely good, you know, because you don't have to worry about that. But I think that these are going to be really good. These are not the new set. These are any stage 2 Pokemon that is in the game right now. This is, wait, what just happened? This is a, wait, did it go away? There we go. This is just all the stage 2 Pokemon, but in retrospective to rare candy, right? So no, not the new set yet, but I want to go into what's going to be good and what's not going to be good based off of these. So some of these I don't think it's going to be very good. For instance, like Venusaur. Venusaur is going to be probably better because you don't really care about the Ivysaur functionality really. So I think something like Venusaur, because it needs so much energy, is just going to be kind of normal. Now I will say this. If you can get a, if you have your 2 rare candies, you get this going up, and you have this son of a bitch. Where's he at? Superior. With Superior, this thing could actually be pretty fucking bonkers, right? 2 energy. Superior also gets going, but you're gonna have to have both your rare candies to get that set up, right? Probably not gonna be what you want. Is rare candy a coin flip? No, rare candy is just a card. But yeah, Venusaur has too much energy. I don't think it's gonna be super good. It's like, honestly, I'd put it at terrible, to be honest. With Superior, it can probably be better, but yeah. Now Superior, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab Superior. Superior is gonna be goddamn dangerous. Honestly, this might even be S tier broken. Honestly, I'm gonna put it up here and say it's S tier broken. If you can get Superior out without having to go, the other, I don't even know the other Pokemon's name, right? I don't know the other Pokemon's name, but getting this thing, what's the problem with Celebi? Celebi Dex, you have to find all those pieces. If you can get Celebi going in like 2 turns, you don't even need energy on Superior. You don't care about the energy on Superior. You only care about Celebi being a threat. You think it's gonna be an A tier? I think it's questionable, but you don't even care about Superior really that much, you know? You don't care about the energy on Superior, and that's the problem. Because even though, because it's doubling its own energy, right? He might not be made meta, but it really just depends though. I think Celebi could come back though. I think that Superior's ability to give you so much energy, it's like this in conjunction with rare candy is gonna be kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Does anybody else see that, you know? You think A tier means main meta? We can say that. I'm what do you guys think? S tier or A tier? I know it's not gonna be anywhere below that though. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? A tier or S tier on this one? Because I personally think that this thing is gonna be a menace again. Superior, why is a comb stuck in your hair? It's not a comb, it's a pick. S tier is Darkrai. Wait, S tier is Darkrai Giratina was this season. Well, we're not talking about EX Pokemon necessarily, though. You know, right? That's my thing. I think it's happily at A tier though. I think this is fine. Darkrai is definitely going to be used with that as well. Illuminati, most certainly. All right, now Venusaur. Venusaur, I feel like is also gonna stay this. I think Venusaur is gonna be A tier. It's a lot of health to burn through. The best thing about Venusaur is that you only need 3 energy to start attacking. With Superior, it's whatever, but you don't really have a way to really get up to this. But getting to this is good because most Venusaur decks are actually just decks that want to soak up damage. Venusaur just wants to soak up damage as quick as it can. If you can get to Venusaur, you can survive. Your opponent's not going to be able to take you out very quickly, and then you start to heal, you get back up. I think this is going to be fine. I'm in A tier. I think A tier because it supports a few Pokemon, but on its own, it's not good. Like if you don't draw Celebi, Serp isn't going to win you the game. I think that's a good play. I mean, it does okay. It does okay. I just know Venusaur has having 190 HP. And you get to go to it in like 1 turn is pretty damn good, right? Even if you can't attack, you can put a cape on this, or you can put a spiked helmet, and you're pretty good, right? Lunalia, Giratina with rare candy, Dredagon, Leaf. That's an interesting thought. Butterfree. I don't know if you can probably put a Butterfree in a deck. I mean, okay, I'm gonna put this. Butterfree will be better, but I don't think people will be using it still that much. It's not necessarily terrible because you're not gonna be using the attack, but you can definitely get that extra 20 healing on everything for the entire like cast just from having this in your play, in your party. And it's not necessarily better than Shaman because I think Shaman's still gonna be better as a basic Pokemon that just heals for 10 every single turn. But I don't think you're gonna really want to do this. I think this is almost want to make a D tier for this. Like it's just gonna be like almost the same. You know, going from those potted Pokemon is probably one of the best things. Speaking of which, a Beedrill. I think Beedrill is gonna be okay. I do think it's, you know, maybe I should swap these. You know what? I'm gonna make this be better. B for better. I think that's a better ranking. B for better. Like, I think that Beedrill is going to be better because going like the original Beedrill just doing 70 damage for 1 energy without having to go into Kakuna, it's going to be pretty good, right? And you're actually right, JMR. For heals, I think that Wigglytuff is very good and versatile for healing that front Pokemon. But also, it's nice with Butterfree to be able to heal the entire cast for 20, you know? Yeah, we're ranking stage 2 cards right now that'll be going with rare candy. How good they're going to be with rare candy. So skipping, you know? Like this honestly might even be kind of dangerous because it has so much HP and you're hitting for 70 damage every single turn on the next turn if you get your rare candy in your Beedrill. This could be pretty good. These decks are not good. What are you talking about? Vileplume, I think it's gonna be kind of okay too. Most of these things that have like this, a lot of energy requirements are gonna be kind of like this. Vileplume is good, but it's gonna take forever to get to 3 energy. And by then you may or may not, it might even just be better, but I think it's gonna just be okay. Victory Bell, on the other hand, I'm gonna put it as dangerous. Victory Bell is kind of slept on, and I think the reason why is because most of the time when you evolve it, you can't really like do anything. Like it's a weird evolution, right? But Victory Bell is great at taking out EX Pokemon and really like just bugging them. Because most decks running EX Pokemon are like for instance, Darkrai. This does 80 damage to Darkrai, and it can pull Darkrai in whenever it wants to, right? You can do 100 damage to Darkrai with this if you have the energy for it and you have red, which is pretty good. and you can pull in any EX that's just sitting in the back. You can basically control your opponent's decks. I mean, their field, which is nice, right? What about Darkrai EX as a card? What about it? What do you mean? I think this Charizard is still going to be terrible. This is just the standard base Charizard. It's not great. SABC. Well, we're not doing EX Pokemon right here that are basic. These are with rare candy. These are with rare candy. So how good would rare candy make a stage 2 Pokemon? You can only use rare candy with stage 2. So, you know, how good is this? You know? So we're not worrying about those, you know? Victory Bell isn't that good. Victory Bell is actually can be oppressive if you use it in the right way. The biggest problem with Victory Bell is the fact that you can't get to Victory Bell very quickly. Victory Bell Victory Bell can bring in any basic Pokemon from the bench. Most of the time, you can. So this in conjunction with something like Aerodactyl can be good because that thing cannot evolve. That thing probably can't get out. Certain stuff like that. It kind of depends. Victory Bell with Victory Bell with Pokeflute is pretty good. It actually gives you a reason to play this. But the main problem, because one of my favorite decks was actually a Victory Bell EX deck back in the day. I mean, it was a Victory Bell deck back in the day. And the problem with Victory Bell is that you can't ramp up fast enough to get to you can get the energy you need, but you wouldn't have Victory Bell in time. Now you can actually do that with rare candy. So you can actually pull things in and you don't have to worry about it anymore, you know? Yeah, and Pokeflute's gonna be really good. Yes, this is Pokemon Pocket. Charizard. This Charizard, I think, is gonna be dangerous. The only reason I say that it will be is because if you have Moltres out pumping up the Charizard and you go ahead and get to this Charizard early and you're able to deal 60 damage before you start, most things are not going to be able to take very many hits of that 60 while you're constantly putting energy on Charizard. So Charizard meta might be making a break again. I think that's going to be good. Yeah, and there's more cards down here, by the way, guys. You just can't see them. So if you're asking me where is the new Charizard at or the new Beedrill, it's down here. Gyarados EX is broken. Gyarados EX is a very good card, but Gyarados EX is a stage 1 Pokemon, so it's not going to count with what you call it. B too low. A. B is too low. A. What do you mean? B to low A. Yeah. These are not ranked, by the way. I'm just putting these up here in order. This Blastoise, I don't think it's gonna be super crazy. It can do 100. What is it gonna do? Like 100 and honestly, I don't remember how much damage this Blastoise does. This Blastoise does, when it has so much energy on it, it does 80 plus an extra 60, so it does 140. So 140 Charizard. But you need 5 energy on it. You don't lose 2 points when you get attacked, when you get it knocked out. So it could be good. Like running a team of these, it could be like a new good thing to like do. But I think that this Blastoise is still just better. Also, because of the fact that this Blastoise only needs 2 energy to start doing Surf, it can attack very early. Does rare candy work on fossils? We're assuming that it does. If it doesn't, that's weird, but we're assuming that it does. No, like B or low A is reasonable. Oh, okay, I see what you were saying. I'd put this Blastoise probably as like a B tier because it will be better. It will be a better Blastoise simply because you can skip the War Turtle like all the way. But I still think that it's it's not gonna be good as this one probably. So you're only missing like 20 damage, but you have a little bit more extra HP, and you can't attack until you have 3 energy on this one, where you can attack with this one with 2, which is nice. Polyrath. Polyrath is gonna be better, but I don't think it's gonna be broken. The cool thing about Polyrath, Poliwag going into Poliwhirl, is that it's a 1 energy, then a 2 energy, then a 3 energy. So this is very much on, how would you say, it's a very much good like curve. It has a good curve to it. But if you have Manaphy, you don't care about that curve as much, I guess, right? So I think that this is gonna be better, but it's not gonna be like crazy. Omastar, kind of the same deal. It just doesn't really matter that much. Greninja. Greninja is gonna be dangerous. You think he should be in C tier? Why do you think he should be in C tier? Have we talked about Infernape yet? No. Infernape is like further down here. Why do you think he should be in C tier? Greninja is 100% going to be dangerous. Exactly. Because Greninja, so anything that has like 2 energy is automatically up here. The only reason that this is up here, like these are like, this is also up here too. Like these are just really good because when you evolve, you're probably gonna be able to attack, right? Considering it's a stage 2 and until they release rare candy, I don't really think it's viable and really useful. That's crazy. This list is about rare candy effectiveness, so that would make sense. The list is how good are these going to be with rare candy. Oh no, you're good, man. Yeah, this is all stage 2 Pokemon in relation to when we get rare candy. It is hot in here. Hold on one second. Whew. Man, that Georgia heat, bruh. That Georgia heat. Well, I just got clocked. Nah, you're good, man. You're good. Half of these stage 2s I haven't even seen. And that's good, right? So now we have more things to play with when rare candy comes out. That's why I think Poliwrath will be okay with going into Poliwrath to finally get its ability. You got a Druddigon right here. This is 150 HP Druddigon. You put a hat on it and you can start hitting when you have 3 energy. With Misty, this is gonna be kind of crazy. Like also with Omastar, gonna be pretty damn good. Omastar's biggest problem is that it's very strong when you get to Omastar, but getting to Omastar was always a problem, right? Because once you hit with it, your opponent's Pokemon can't attack that turn. It makes them have to retreat. And if you don't have enough energy or resource to retreat, you're kind of busted, right? So that's the problem with Omastar, right? Poliwrath stats just ain't it. But why are Poliwrath stats not it though? It's because of when you get it up, right? It's because of when you get Poliwrath up. Now you're facing against something this is gonna be a bully. When you can just go straight to Poliwrath and now they can't hit you and you're gonna be hitting for 80 and you also have that spiked helmet on, that's gonna be a problem with rare candy. You can run 2 candies and 1 Charizard, and yeah. I mean, there's different things you can do though, you know. From my understanding, you can't use it on a fossil. Well, we'll have to see, Ice Mike. I feel like you probably won't be able to as well, but we'll find out. Candy works on fossils? There we go. Somebody says candy works on fossils. I feel like it should work, but it might not. We have to see, but we're gonna still find out. If it doesn't, then who cares? But if it does, then it's whatever. I love Electros. I'm putting Electros up here. I think Electros is a very good Pokemon. People don't use it. I had a deck where I use Electros and I also use Weezing. Obviously, I won't be doing it again. But if you have this and you have the new Pachirisu, you can get this up and running fairly quickly with rare candy. This Electros is actually pretty fucking good. And if you want to know why, 80 damage You hit for 80 and you get a paralysis. If you get a paralysis, that is going to be 160 damage. There's no way to get out of it unless you evolve. If you evolve, then you can back up. But if you can't evolve and that Pokemon's stuck there, that's 160 damage you're gonna be doing to that. It'll be even more if you have red. I used to run this without red because red was not a thing. This is pretty good. You know, this is pretty damn good. Alakazam is gonna be good with another. You know what? I want to do Gardevoir first. I think Gardevoir is gonna be S tier. And that may seem weird to some people as the first S tier Pokemon I put on this list. But going from a Ralts to a Gardevoir, if you don't think this is good, a lot of you haven't been playing Pokemon TCG Pocket from the get-go. This thing's a fucking bitch. And also, it can attack. If you put one energy on it the turn before, it can attack the next turn. And it is going to be very good because it can back up for free as well. But this, along with something like Alakazam, and I know that I'm like backing these up, but you're gonna have, you can put both of these in the same deck because you're going to have rare candies and you can put their other forms in there as well. You'll get to this very quickly. Alakazam can actually deal tons of damage. You're gonna be pretty good, right? You're gonna be pretty good. And that goes, Psychic is gonna be very good, I think, this next coming season. Gengar, I think, will be dangerous. This one is gonna be, maybe it'll be better. I'll put it as better. This one is gonna be dangerous. Because how bad do people rely on support cards right now? Right? How bad do people rely on support cards? They rely a lot. And I just mean, man, you're not gonna be able to use your support cards. You're not gonna be able to use your Leaf. You're not gonna be able to use your Red. No Cyrus, no Sabrina, no Giovanni. They ain't people really using him no more. But no Professor. Come on, if you get this thing out early and you can't use Professor. This is probably even higher. It might even be S tier. Just getting there very quickly, you might just be good, especially in conjunction with this. And you might say it's only doing 100 damage. That's not a whole lot. Dude, you're gonna be able to get to this early and your opponent can't use any of their support cards. That's pretty damn good. I think that's really good. And this might actually be up here. This might actually be dangerous. You only need one energy on this. Now that I think about it, I think you might be right, dude. I don't think it needs to be S tier, but I think this is gonna be good. 50 damage, and you can't. What are you gonna do? You know, Pidgeot with drive off ability, the Nunny. Yeah, that might be good too. Let's keep going. Let's keep going because we haven't gotten there yet. I don't think Machamp is gonna be super good. I think it'll just be a little. Honestly, I'm not even sure if it necessarily be better. This is the regular Machamp, and these might be very similar, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Machamp is cool and all, but you just don't have a ton of like ways to get energy onto it. Like you don't have any way to ramp up to get to that energy. Like it could be bottom A dangerous, but I don't think it's gonna be that great. I think it's just gonna be a little bit better because you can skip that form and you're good to go. Golem can be dangerous. Both Golems probably kind of, honestly. Also Kabutops. I feel like Kabutops probably might, it's kind of tough to even say, man. Kabutops is, to me, Kabutops doesn't deal a lot of damage, and that's his biggest problem. What do you guys think Kabutops deserves to be? You think it should be A tier? I don't know, because it's heal is crazy. His healing makes him dangerous. I mean, I guess so. But man, like if that's the case, I have to put this up higher. Like this definitely has to be higher because this golem's definitely gonna still be like kind of crazy good, right? Yeah, this is a rare candy tier list, B-Shock. Like how good is it gonna be with rare candy? With this ability and only one energy, A tier? Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. It's kind of like up here with Gengar. Actually, you know what? They're so similar now that I look at it. Gengar and Kabutops extremely similar. Why is my haircut on yet? It's so hot in here, man. Like, I actually do think these are very similar cards. Both dealing 50 damage. Both having similar amounts of HP, kind of. I think it is good. If you use rare candy on Graveler, you still need to energies for. That's what we have Brock for. But yeah, I can put it down lower because it needs so much energy. But getting to this is nice because you have a lot of HP and you can use Brock, right? But one starts as a Pokemon item though, one starts as an item, so you can't get to it. That's why I'm putting this behind Gengar because you can't use a Pokeball to grab that fossil. Okay, Nidoqueen, this is still terrible. Nidoking still terrible. There is no way to save these, by the way. These are just both terrible ass Pokemon. I'm sorry. These are just both terrible. Like Nidoqueen and Nidoking, they're bad. Like there's no way to ramp them up. There's no way to like, they're just terrible. I don't know what they were thinking with these. I don't know what they were thinking with these, man. They're so bad. They're both power hungry. I mean, they're both energy hungry, and they both are supposed to be playing the same deck. It sucks that they're cool Pokemon, Scott, but they just suck in this game. It sucks. Dragonite is gonna still be okay. Like nothing changes with Dragonite. There's no reason to go to Dragonite early with rare candy. You just don't give a damn because Dragonite, even if Dragonite might even still be terrible. Dragonite relies so much on what energy you get, so it doesn't really matter, right? Like no one cares, you know. The attack boost Nidoqueen gets is clean, but yeah, I totally agree. It's just such a bad cut. Like 6 energy for both of these, and you're only gonna attack with like, yeah, you get the energy boost, and that's cool, but I have to find, there's so, like, if I put all of these in my deck, I'm gonna have to have 12 Pokemon, right? Because there's 6 of them. That's a lot. There's gonna be 6 for each of these lines. That's too much, you know? It's too much. How's Gengar good now? I haven't played since launch. Well, we're talking about rare candy when it comes out, Malk. So Pidgeot, this is the normal Pidgeot. Man, I think this Pidgeot's gonna be pretty good too. Being able to Sabrina every single turn, you can decide if your opponent comes in and out. This actually was in the deck that I used to play with Victory Bell. That was very good. I really liked it to control things. Very good. You can take out the stage 1. I guess you're right, take out the stage 1s, but then you're still gonna have, it's still gonna be very bad. Because the big problem with these is the amount of energy you need to make them viable. They both need 6 energy to be viable. And yeah, it's just not great. Wait, what is this? Flowgrass? Flowgrass could be, I think Flowgrass would be much better. Wait, what does Flowgrass do again? Flowgrass is psychic, right? I haven't used this Pokemon in a long time. It does heal 20 damage from each of your Pokemon. That's not bad, honestly. That's not bad. For 2 energy, being able to heal 20 damage every single time and 120 HP. That's not bad necessarily. I mean, it's a deal damage. It's dealing 80 damage too. I mean, hey, it's better than Vileplume. Vileplume puts something to sleep. That's cool. We're dealing 80 damage and healing everything. Not bad. This is gonna be better than Butterfree, most certainly. Most certainly better than Butterfree. I have to put that up at least wherever Butterfree's at. It's gonna be above Butterfree. Yeah, Butterfree's here. It's way better than Butterfree. Where'd I put it at? Up here? Yeah, I think it's gonna be better. Nothing crazy about it, but it's definitely gonna be better. Now this Golem is going to be better than the other golem. Like most certainly. It's dangerous, but you still need to get that energy, right? But in conjunction with just like having like Druddigan out probably, and like just letting it soak up and just finding your pieces easier because of the rare candy, it's gonna be pretty fucking good. And this is very oppressive. Like it's a very oppressive golem. Like it really is. And with Brock, Scoliopede. Oh my god, I didn't even think about Scoliopede. Shit. Scoliopede's gonna be fucking good. Scolipede's actually a good Pokemon right now. The only problem is that you can't poison Arceus, right? And this is going to be good for 2 energy. If something's already poisoned, you know what? I will bring it down a little bit. The only reason I'm gonna bring it down a little bit, I'm actually putting it here between these two, is because the conjunction of having Willipede is nice. You know? The conjunction of having Willipede to poison and then going into Scolipede for that big ass smack, you don't have that with this. And that's the problem. Exactly, Chi. That's the problem. It's going to be dangerous. You can still poison things with the stage 1 Graphitite, you know, the King Julian, that thing. You can do that, but why is Gengar broken? Because of rare candy now. But that's the only thing you can really do. Gengar is going to be broken because you can't use supports, and in conjunction with stuff like Gardevoir, it's going to be crazy. This almost gets put up there too. Let's see. Pidgeot-EX. I'm gonna put Pidgeot-EX up here as better. It'll be better, but you still need 3 energy on it. You can probably use Dialga to get the energy, but getting this up very quickly is gonna be good, you know? Aerodactyl might shut down evolutions. Aerodactyl could be used in conjunction with stuff like that. You know? Very good. Does Aerodactyl shut down candy? I think it might. You won't be able to evolve, so yeah. Blossom. Blossom, I'm gonna put at the bottom of dangerous. It has a lot of HP. You can heal with Erica on it, and also it's only gonna need 2 energy to attack. So stuff needing like 2 energy to attack. Honestly, I can put this up here too. I think that these are just kind of good. And I'm also thinking Beedrill might need to go up a little bit some too. It's just gonna be so good to go from a basic to a stage 2, man. And if you have the energy requirements for it, you're gonna be like eating pretty good. You know? You can't evolve with the main X-Pot, with Aerodactyl you can't. Gengar is a stage 2, he's far from broken. He becomes a stage 1 with rare candy. This is a list for rare. So all of you guys who just got in here, we're doing a list based off of rare candy. So if you had like with rare candy is coming to the game in 3 days. If you don't know what rare candy does, give me 1 sec. I will pull it up for you. Give me 1 sec. I will show you what it does. Because a lot of people are asking me about Gengar. As soon as I can pull it up. Rare candy pocket. If I can find a fucking picture of it anywhere. Is it on Reddit? So rare candy, you probably can't see it that well if I do this. Don't do that. Probably can't see it that well. But basically it says, choose one of your basic, it has a long ass explanation. It says, choose one of your basic Pokemon on play. If you have a stage 2 card in your hand that evolves from that evolved from that Pokemon, put that card onto the basic Pokemon to evolve it. Skipping to stage 1. You can't use this card during your first turn or on a basic Pokemon that was put into play this turn. It's not active. It's just in play. It can be sitting in the back, and you can bring it to the front. Like you will be a-okay with that. So if you have your Ghastly sitting out, right? And then you get your rare candy and you have a Gengar, instead of having to go to Hunter, which Hunter's a cool Pokemon, I'm not gonna lie. Instead of having to go to Hunter, you go straight into Gengar the next turn. Now, you won't have enough energy to attack. But Gengar being up front first, preventing your opponent from being able to use any support cards is huge. It's huge, especially the amount of support cards people are putting into play. And you could even start to, this creates a situation where it's almost like you have a Gengar basic EX, right? You know what I mean? It's almost like you get that up there, and its ability that you would think would be like later on in the game is now from the get-go almost. Let's say your opponent uses one professor, they're not gonna be able to use the next one. Imagine they took out something originally and you have Mars. Oh, bless their heart. You use Mars and you give them one card. You know, that's even worse. You know, like there's so many different things that can happen. You could even put something like maybe a Dustox in the back, a Dusclops maybe. Maybe Dusclops now becomes a better Pokemon. Dusclops can now take all the damage that gets taken off of Gengar. It becomes a 1-point takeaway. There's so many different things you can do, right, with rare candy. But that's what rare candy does. That's why Gengar is in the S tier, for anybody asking. Now, let's go back to the tier list. That might explain to you why some of these are where they're at, right? Stage 2 becomes a stage 1. When is update? In 3 days, Jeezy. So, Torterra. I don't think Torterra is going to be good at all. Torterra needs too much energy, and it already has a bad attack. Once you do get the 4 energy and you attack for 150, you can't attack anymore unless you use it in conjunction with Superior. But I don't think it's going to be that crazy. Unlike something like Venusaur that can attack multiple times in a row, only needs 3 energy, and it can start attacking. That's pretty damn good, right? I think Torterra is still just going to be really bad. Infernape, man, dude, Infernape gonna be up here, man. Getting to Infernape pretty fucking quickly and attacking whatever's up front for 140, and then in like a turn or two you can do it again. It's pretty damn good. I know it uses all of its energy, but you can back up for free right afterwards, you know. Yeah, they want a Gengar meta, but yeah, it's gonna be terrible when you can't play your professor. I've been there. People used to use Side Up to get him out there properly. Mamoswine, I don't think it's gonna be that crazy good either. It's just gonna be still like in terrible tier. It's not gonna be as bad as Torterra, but it'll still be bad. Empoleon, I think will be better, but I don't think it's gonna be like super crazy. With stuff like a lot of these are going to be 3-tier water Pokemon right here in the better, simply because with Misty they're hit or miss. If you get a good Misty hit, then great. Empoleon's great because you can do 40 damage to the back line, and then you can Cyrus it in, do 80 to that, and then like 80 plus 40, 120. Most things can't survive that, and you're still attacking the back line again, which is nice, you know. Magnezone, I don't think it's going to be. I think Magnezone's going to be like. It's gonna be okay still. So a lot of people might say Magnezone is crazy. Are you fucking stupid, Loopy? What the fuck? Magnezone is crazy good because of Magneton. Magneton makes Magnezone great because Magneton makes its own gravy. Magnezone is gonna be needing a lot of energy. You don't want to skip Magneton. You want to keep that. So this is why it's not terrible. It's still a good card, but rare candy just doesn't help it, unfortunately. You know, it just doesn't. You know, I could put it lower if I wanted to. It's just not great when you have to use your gravy for it, which is not great. It's great when Magneton makes its own gravy. I'll just be honest. Luxray, I think Luxray is gonna be okay. Luxray is gonna be fine. I don't think it's gonna be dangerous necessarily. It might just be better because you still got to get the 3 energy on it. Now with Volkner, with the yellow flash, you can get that energy if you've used something else, right? So maybe in a deck like Pikachu EX into this, it could be nice. We'll have to see. But it's gonna be hit or miss, kind of. I think it will be better just because you can skip that Luxio, but it's okay. Nothing crazy, you know. Togekiss. Togekiss is gonna be fucking dangerous. Togekiss, you can go from Togepi, Togekiss in 1 turn with rare candy, and you can start attacking. And the quicker you can attack with this thing and start hitting for 120 every single turn, the better. The better, right? Skipping out Toga, whatever it is, Togetic completely, yeah. I think that this thing is gonna be pretty good, especially with the Cynthia, right? Yeah, you can use Cynthia and you can use the item, you know, I think it's gonna be pretty damn good. That's a lot of damage. 160, wait, Cynthia gives you what, extra 50? Is that 170 damage? If I'm right? Is that right? Is that right? I'm not sure. I think it's 100. Cynthia gives you a 50 extra damage, right? So that's 170. 170 damage. And if you're playing against a fighting Pokemon, that's 190. My God. My God. You'll take out a damn Machamp. That's crazy. That's crazy. Dusky Boy, I'm gonna put him as better simply because you're probably not gonna be using him for his attack. You'll be using him for his ability. I think he'll be better. Oh, sorry. I think he'll be better simply because you don't necessarily have to worry about like attacking with him. You just want to be able to use his ability, and you can totally get. You don't have to go to Dusclops. You just go into Dusk, whatever his name is, Dusk Troy, or what is his name? I forgot. I can't see it. It's too small. But I think that'd be pretty good. Ginger plus Dusk Noir. Yeah, Dusk Noir. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty damn good. You know, Gengar and Dusk Noir, I think will be good. But I don't want to put him up here as dangerous because he's not necessarily dangerous. But Gengar has 170 HP, and you just heal this thing up completely with 1 Dusk Noir, and it goes back up. Like honestly, you're gonna have a really dangerous deck. You know, Mickey might change the meta in normal TCG. We'll see. All right, so up next we have Rampardos. Or no, this is Rhyperior. Rhyperior, I think, is just gonna be okay. You just need too much energy on this bad boy, and there's no way to ramp up to him. He's gonna be about the same, really. Honestly, I've made a video about him saying he was good, and he's okay, but damn, he's you need too much energy, man. 4 energy is a lot. I honestly think that this is one of those Pokemon that they really shit on. I don't know why they did it. I don't know why they made him have to have 4 energy, and also you have to lose 2 cards. That's a shit thing to do. Now this dude right here. Whoops. How did that even happen? How did I go over? How did I shift over? Rampardos? Dude, honestly, this might even be an A tier ass. This might be A tier, man. It's kind of hard to say. He might be A tier, man. He might be S tier. What do you think? I think he's probably S tier. This thing doing 130 damage for 1 energy, and you can go into it in one turn. That's a lot. Even if you take the damage from the 50, you're gonna start rolling as if you were like Primate. But Primate needs more energy, right? This is pretty crazy, you know? Yeah, he's meta right now. You can skip Cranidos. What the fuck? Rare candy's probably gonna, like, Stunk's gonna go up. Now this thing, I think this is awesome. So they've done something recently where they added a lot of stage 2 EX Pokemon that only need like 2 energy. This is gonna be, you can just skip going into Corellia. Bruh. You can skip going to Corellia and start hitting with this, and this does extra damage no matter what Pokemon is out there, as long as it has energy on it. Dude. This thing's gonna be hitting at least for 90. At least for 110 most times. Like, this thing is gonna be hitting a lot. And it's got 170 HP. And in conjunction with some of these other Pokemon that can still like heal it for crazy, it's gonna be pretty fucking good. You can't Pokeball a fossil, but Pokeball is still considered like a basic. We'll have to see. But that's gonna be pretty damn good. You know, if you can't use rare candy on a fossil, then it is what it is. We'll just, the list will just take those Pokemon out. But for right now, that's where I want to put Rampardos. Bastiodon, I don't think is gonna be super crazy good just because he needs 3 energy. He can be probably over here with like Dusknoir. His ability is nice. He can dodge some stuff, but man, it sucks when you roll tails all the time. I hate that. I hate that about him. This Garchomp, I think is gonna be right up there with kind of like Togekiss, but at the same time, nah, I'll put it at the end of dangerous. This can be good in conjunction with Cynthia, but you got to get those 2 different types of energy, and that's the problem. I'm gonna put it up here. I'm just not happy with Pokemon that need the 2 types of energy and you don't have ways to like make them or anything like that. You know, I think Kabutops might actually be crazy when used with Lucario and Lily. It could be. We'll see. I forgot. Yeah, Lily can't Lily heal for 60? I think it can, right? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Oh man, Porygon. Porygon is one of those things that, like, if you get it out early, it's another one of those Pokemon that if you get it out early, it's broken. So getting it out early, but the energy is the problem. This is the biggest problem with this, is the energy, man. If you can get a way to get more, oh wait. Wait. Is Lily the one that which Pokemon gives you the energy? Which Pokemon no, there's a new card coming out that gives you energy, right? Lunana? And it works on basics, right? Oh shit, I'm gonna have to redo my list a little bit. Lunala moves all energy to active, right? No, there's a Pokemon that's giving out, like, is it 1 or 2 colorless energy for colorless Pokemon, right? Hold on, wait a minute. Pokezone.com. Cards. Shining. No, not Shining Rubber, you idiot. Celestial Guardians. Where's that thing? It's Lima. No, it's not. No, it's not. Which one is it? I thought there was one that was coming out. Wasn't there something that was giving energy to something? I don't know. Solgaleo? Is that what it is? Solgaleo? Is it a Pokemon that does it? Once during your turn, Pokemon is on your bench, you can switch with an active Pokemon? No, not that. I thought there was something that they announced that was like, yeah, you can just give like a colorless energy. You can give a colorless energy to a colorless Pokemon or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Lunala. There's no Lunala. There's no Lunala in this that I see. I see a Mallow, a dude that is in Japanese. I see Lily, Lawe, Lana, Luluma. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about something else. Maybe I had a weird fever dream. I don't know. I think that Porygon's gonna be okay. I think that this will be a little bit better too. I think that this will be better, especially with Berry, because you can attack with this like with one energy pretty much with Berry if you want to. If you have Berry, it's okay. Oh wait, this is the yeah, you can still do it with this one. It's fine, right? It's like it's okay. It's not like crazy. It'll be better, but like yeah, it's whatever. It's horrible, dude. What are you gonna rely on for the little bit of damage to change their RNG? What are you gonna rely on? Wait, what? Zombie Man, this is in relation to rare candy. And it's not a little bit of RNG, to be honest. The chances of them getting the actual energy that they need is actually very hard once Porygon starts hitting. If you can get the Porygon early enough. Oh, energy? I thought it was RNG, but yeah, no, it's if you can get this hitting early enough and they can't get what they need, then yeah. Now stuff like Giratina, it just makes its own energy. It doesn't really give a damn, but that's a different story. And a little bit of damage is, if this had more damage, it would actually be kind of broken, because Porygon prevents your opponent from being able to get the pieces that they need. Yeah, Infernape's way better. That's why Infernape's up here. No, okay, so for people who just got here, for anybody who just got here, this is a list of stage 2 Pokemon. That means Pokemon that has evolutions, 2 evolutions, but in relation to how well they will be once rare candy comes out. See, that's what we're doing here for anybody that's new. That's why Gengar's up here, Gardevoir. You see this list is kind of weird, right? There's no like basic EX Pokemon on here. There's no stage 1 Pokemon on here, just stage 2 Pokemon. That's why that is up there. If you can get the Porygon early and you can have the energy on it and you start attacking, there's a chance they'll probably never. Do you know how many energies there are in the game? Let me show you. Let me show you real quick how many energies there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't even know if you can do colorless. So there's almost a 1 in 10 chance that they get what they need. There's a 10% chance that they get what they need, just about. If colors can be added. I don't think you can even do colorless energy. I think it's a 1 in 9 chance. So if they need that thing next, there's a 1 in 9 chance they get it. That's terrible. How often do you get what you need in a supposedly 50-50 chance with Dragonite, right? People joining in case they don't know, what does rare candy do? If you're curious as to what rare candy does, I'll show it again. Rare candy allows you to go from a basic Pokemon to a stage 2 in 1 turn. Choose one of your basic Pokemon in play. It has to be in play from a previous turn. If you have a stage 2 card in your hand that evolves from that Pokemon, put that card onto the basic Pokemon to evolve it, skipping the stage 1. You can't use this card during your first turn or on a basic Pokemon that was put into play this turn. So that's what we're doing. It's only stage 2 Pokemon. There's no Yep, there's a 1 in 8 chance. That's still bad. If I told you that you had a 1 in 8 chance that you'd have to suck a penis, or you could get $1 million. There's a 1 in 8 chance that one of those is gonna be one of the things. Would you take that chance? I would. I want $1 million, but but that's probably a bad analogy. That's probably a bad analogy. $1 million. Come on now. Come on. I never said I was good at analogies. I never said I was good at analogies. So hey, don't do it. Wait, you take the chance if it was an 8 out of 8 chance? Wait, Sleepy, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Wait a minute. Hey, yo, wait though. So you telling me for $1 million? Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, wait. Let's finish this up. Let's finish this up. Let's finish this again. Let's do this again. This Gengar be okay. I forgot what this Gengar does. It puts you to sleep, right? It'll be fine though. It's not gonna be like terrible. It's not gonna be good as this one. It's not gonna be great as this one, but it's still okay. Who's the third? This is Rampardos, Gallade, and Gardevoir up here. Let's see. Tyranitar, terrible. Garchomp. I think Garchomp's gonna be really good. I think Garchomp's gonna be good. Being able to deal 50 damage off the rip if you have the rare candy, really good. How is Gengar broken? Let me ask you this, Azri. Do you like using Sabrina? Do you like using Cyrus? Do you like using Professor? Do you like using Red? Do you like using Iridia? Do you like using Misty? You like using Erica? If you like using any of those cards and you can use rare candy, it's because this is just rare candy. Make those flowers live again. This is a list based off of how good they will be with rare candy. I'm not just doing a list of stage 2 Pokemon for the goodness of God. Golbat's fucking S tier with Arceus. I'm sorry. Are you good, Azri? This is pretty fucking good. Yeah. The Moltres Charizard deck still gonna upgrade with candy. Yeah. Why Tyranitar so low? How do you ramp this son of a bitch up? He has 4, he needs 4 energy. That's 4 turns. Why do you care if you can go, why do you care that you can go to Tyranitar early? You can't even do a goddamn thing with him until you got 4 energy. He's too energy hungry. Baby Gengar is already up here. He's dangerous. He's A tier. He only deals 50 damage, but he's A tier. Pachirisu deck. I don't know. This Magnezone is okay. Like I said, these are honestly, this is gonna be, yeah, this is probably be up here still. It's still okay, like in comparison to other things. But this Magnezone, we just don't really care because you care about the in between, right? Making its own energy. So you can get to this Magnezone and actually attack very early. That's what you care about. Put Togekiss in broken. Togekiss is up here. It's up here in dangerous. It's not broken, but it's dangerous. It might potentially be broken. This Staraptor, I think, is going to be dangerous. Put it above that. With Berry, you can actually bypass this energy requirement, and you can do 130 damage in like the next turn that after you have your Staravia or whatever down there, or whatever. Starmie, whatever. I forgot what the fuck the thing's called. Do you know in rank results whenever they get done tallying up the votes, apparently? This is gonna be right up here with Poliwhirl. Like, I don't see a reason why this is, honestly, this is better than Poliwhirl because it only needs 2 energy. Honestly, I'll put this up here because it only needs 2 energy instead of Poliwhirl needing like more. I'll put it up here. Palmont would be okay. Yeah, free retreat and only needing 2 energy is pretty nice. You know? Now this Machamp. This Machamp, actually, I will put up here. But it does need more energy, but you can start hitting for 70 for 2 energy, and then if you start putting more resources into this, you can start doing the same amount of damage that its daddy can do, which is nice. I think that's really good, right? I think that's a fucking phenomenal ass card. Beedrill. Beedrill probably gonna be up here. Beedrill has a lot of health. Beedrill only needs 2 energy to attack. Beedrill takes your energy away. It forces you into a deficit, which is phenomenal in this game because you're technically always in a surplus until you're using the same amount of energy that you're using. Beedrill's gonna be crazy good. And in conjunction with the Meowscarada deck as well. Oh my lord! Speaking of which, Meowscarada is also gonna be up here in S tier. Being able to skip out that stage 1 Pokemon, cutting out the bullshit, this is a phenomenal card, especially because the first turn that you play your Sprigato, you can actually call forth to get your other Meowscarada. You have a chance to get your other Meowscarada. You're gonna be bringing cards out of your deck, and then the next turn you're able to hit an EX Pokemon for 130 damage. That's pretty damn good, right? This is a tier, Brendan. This is a tier list based off of stage 2 Pokemon and how good they'll be with rare candy. Delusional trying to make Gengar work even with rare candy. I could be wrong. I just think it's fucking good. It's a good ability that you don't have to do anything except have it in the active position for. If anything, it can be a tank. If I'm delusional for that, then so be it. Put me in the loony bin. My name. You're also calling somebody whose name is Loopy Fist delusional. So I would probably consider, you know, I don't know. I mean, kind of calling a pot black, but okay. You don't know about Garchomp being S tier, being able to hit for 50 damage with 1 energy? This is almost all we care about with Garchomp. We don't care about any of the other evolutions, you know? This Charizard is gonna be S tier. Not sure where I want to put it at. I think I'll put it above this Beedrill. But being able to hit for 150, all based off of 1 turn, just about, because you can, well, like I guess 2 turns, because you can Stoke. If you have the energy for Stoke, then you're gonna basically have 4 energy on this, and then next turn you can just do it. So you're kind of cooking, right? You said, wait, why do you think, wait. I see no way none EX Pokemon will see play after candy releases. Oh no, they'll definitely see play. They definitely will. This Alakazam, you know what? I don't remember what this Alakazam even does. What does that one do? I've never used it, I don't think. Doesn't it put you to sleep or something? Damn, where is it? There's so many psychic motherfuckers. Psychic suppression. This attack also does 20 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has any energy attached. That's not super great. I mean, it's 80 damage for, it's not terrible, but I'm not like gonna like fall in love with that attack. I think it'll be better. It'll be better to just go and you can attack from the next turn because it only needs 2 energy, right? It's not terrible. 80 damage and doing 20 to anything that has energy on it in the background. Pretty nice. Tinkaton, I think, will be in conjunction. Well, even in conjunction with Dialga, you still don't care because Dialga needs so much energy. I don't think, because Dialga needs 2 energy to start giving things energy. Man, I'll put it here. Tinkaton's nice, but you need 3 energy for it to be like really viable. And you don't have a ton of ways to heal it. So yeah. It's gonna be kind of yeah. Yeah, it does curve out. So it's like, I don't even know if it's better necessarily. Because you can go 1, 2, 3 with Tinka. With this, it's like, with rare candy, it's like, sure, you get to this, but the next turn you can attack. Not that turn you do it. You know? Now these, I don't remember what they do, but these ain't even out yet, and I don't even know like what their other things do. I'm not even gonna put those up. But this is my tier list. This is it. Let me zoom out a little bit. This is it. Where is that? I don't know if anything needs to change, but right now this is my tier list. What do you guys think? Good tier list, bad tier list? What do you think? I think it's pretty damn good. Clodsire is not a stage. Clodsire is not a stage 2, man. Hard disagree on Greninja, S tier, and Garchomp EX is lower. You think so? Okay. Oh, you're good. Because Pachirisu can enable him even with 3 energy costs, and so Magneton will with Dawn. Wait, what? Especially Electros. Yeah, I think Electros is good up there in Dangerous. Is this ranking which mons are getting upgraded by the rare candy? It sure is low budget. I'm happy you came in and understood that. Loopy, why are you running a Pokecom with rare candy? Am I running? I think Pokecom can be good with rare candy. You might get a different basic mon. You might get something other than what you want, but also it's nice to be able to pull something that you need, you know, if you don't have it. So I think it's good to have a rare a Pokecom with it as well. But we have to see if we have room for it, of course. Of course, taking out some of the stage 1s might be good, but you might want to run like one stage 1 of a Pokemon and then have rare candy in there. Yeah, you can get rid of stage 1 and then you can even bring it back with a Pokeball if you have that to kind of filter out your deck. But the deck spaces, wait, what? I think Greninja is a very good mon, Duke. I think you have a very good, has a very great ability. You can deal, what is it, 100? You can deal 80 damage, I think, with Greninja. Yeah, 80 damage, but you have to choose where the energy is gonna go. And if you have Cyrus, you can bring stuff from the back up if you want to. Greninja's actually really good. And getting out Frogadier, it just gives you an extra turn to get to Greninja very quickly. It's nice. At the end of the day, you are risking having to draw rare candy only to skip a turn. This is true, but without rare candy, you don't have the possibility to go. It's like having the opportunity to skip, you know, and you never know what you're gonna get. That's also like saying having red in your deck is like taking the opportunity to get red versus a Meowscarada and Magneton deck that you can't use red on, you know? It's like one of those things. It's very nice, but you don't know, you know? You would switch Greninja with Crobat. I think Greninja can honestly go up here. Greninja's very much slept on, but being able to deal a little bit of damage to the back line, it's almost just as, it's the same reason why Darkrai is good, right? It's the same reason why Darkrai is good. Darkrai can deal, you can take out 2 mon in 1 turn, right? Because you can take out something that's up front and force them to get out, you know? It'll be fun to see how it plays. Yeah, I want to see how things go. If you guys want to make a tier list on this as well, if you don't agree with me, which I don't mind if you do or not. It's an opinion, right? It's an opinion. If you do agree with me, then, you know, it's whatever. If you want to try this yourself, you can make the tier list on that. That's a link to the tier list right there. But if you do, I think this is interesting though. I think the meta is going to change, and I think it's very interesting to see what's gonna happen. You know? I think you give up. Yeah, consistency. Pokecom will give you a lot of consistency, because if you only have like 1 or 2 Pokemon in your deck that you like really need, like you have the basic in the stage 2. You don't have a stage 1 anymore. So you're not having to go from A to A, B to C. You're only going from A to C most of the time, right? So if you can go ahead and use Pokecom, get the other mon that you need, that's a lot of consistency that you can get, right? And then you have the rare candy in your hand, boom, blam, bow, there you go. So we're gonna see how that goes. We don't know, but we'll find out. All right, but I wanted to do that real quick because I think it's an interesting thing to do. See how things are gonna be before they change. I think that the amount of people that are in here discussing will rare candy be good, will rare candy be bad, already shows that rare candy is gonna at least be game changing, right?